Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show. If you have a minute, I have an opinion. But before beginning today's episode, I want to apologize for the sound quality of this video due to a problem with my microphone. Despite this, I believe you will enjoy this video immensely. And without further ado, today I visit the venerable Great New York Noodletown, a classic Cantonese Chinatown restaurant in Manhattan, opened since 1981. It serves the three great Cantonese classics, which are congee, or rice porridge, Cantonese roast meats, and noodles, especially soup noodles. If we take a look at the menu, the prices are still supremely affordable despite the rapid rise in restaurant prices during recent years. For example, you could still get most rice plates for under $10, most congee or porridge are under $9, and finally, most noodle soups are under $10. Hi, welcome back to the Minute Review Show. Today I'm at Great New York Noodletown, and this is one of the oldest restaurants in Chinatown. It was opened in 1981, and it's known for a type of cuisine called fan mein, which is porridge, which is congee, fan, which is rice, and mein, which is all types of noodles. And these types of restaurants were pretty common many years ago in Chinatown, but as the time has gone by, there's fewer and fewer of them. And what I can say is that the famous ones here in New York's Chinatown, in Manhattan Chinatown, is this is one of the most famous ones, the Great New York Noodletown. There's another one called Wall, and there are a couple of other ones on the periphery. But what I found amusing is that in the past, most of the fan restaurants were named Wang, and if you see a Wang, you know that's the type of food that they serve. Now, why do these establishments exist? They exist because these places are for the working people. They're for people who come for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner, and they're usually one bowl meals. So you could either have a bowl of porridge, you could have a bowl of noodles, or you can have a plate of rice with roast meats, Cantonese roast meats, and everything is all self-contained, and usually it's at a very affordable price. Way back when, maybe 20 or 30 years ago, you can get something for $5, and now they range, I would say, anywhere between $8 to maybe $15 for the same plate, but still they're considered affordable, and they're considered one-plate meals. Noodletown offers 16 different types of rice congee, also known as porridge, most under $9. Okay, now let's take a look at the rice porridge. This is called the sampan porridge, and as you can see, they make it pretty thick. They boil the rice till it's totally dissolved, and this is usually what Cantonese porridge is like. Now, this particular sampan porridge has peanuts, has some scallions, and on the bottom you have a bunch of seafood. Now, the seafood is looks like it's fish, and this looks like some dried seafood. I'll find out later when I get into it. First dish I'm going to have is the sampan porridge, or congee, and let's give this a try. Okay, it's very good. It's the thick yet watery Cantonese porridge, which is pretty common. What the Cantonese way of doing this is to boil down the rice into a very fine porridge, so there aren't any discernible rice pieces. Now, I'm going to try some peanuts. Let's see how that is. Okay, the peanuts are nice and roasted, and they taste nice and salty. It adds a lot of flavor to the food. And finally, let's try the seafood. Now, I have a bit of the fish, and I have a bit of that yellowy stuff. So let's try the yellowy stuff first. I don't know what it is. Okay, not bad. It's actually jellyfish. No flavor, just some crunch. Provides a little texture to the food. Not bad. Let's try the slices of fish. Nice and soft, and really pleasant. Very silky. Here are some of the condiments that they offer. Looks like soy sauce, vinegar, salt and pepper, and also some chili oil. So we're going to put some of that onto our wonton as we move through the meal. Noodletown offers a whopping 30 types of noodle soup with various protein options. Most are under $10. Okay, now this dish is the beef stew and shrimp wonton noodle. It comes with some wonton noodles on the bottom. You can see that they're nice and not super yellow, but they're yellow, and they look really good here. The next dish that we're going to try is the beef stew noodle with wonton. So we're going to try the wonton first, and as you can see, the wonton is pretty big. It looks like it's a double shrimp wonton. So let's give that a try. Yes, this is a double shrimp wonton. And the interesting thing is that some Chinese restaurants make the wonton with a combination of pork and shrimp. This one is purely shrimp, so it's not bad. I detected a little bit of white pepper in the wonton, so it's actually pretty good. Normally in a wonton, you don't taste a strong flavor of white pepper. The next component I'm going to try is the soup. See how it is. Pretty good. This is a classic wonton soup, and it has that little fishy flavor that you would expect in classic wonton soup. Next, we'll try the beef stew. Now, the beef stew is made of brisket. Now, the brisket has a lot of tendon in it, and as you can see, it's kind of squiggly, kind of moves around. There's just a tiny slice of beef, and it's usually eaten for, in this part particularly, is usually eaten for texture. Now, this piece will take a while to chew. There's a lot of texture in this one, but there's a crunch when you bite into the beef stew, and I really like it. I want to show you another piece which has more beef in it. As you can see, this one will be easier to chew, but don't discount that there's a chewy bits, because that's why people order this dish. They like the special chew that's in this dish. I've noticed that the beef tendon isn't that flavored that strongly. Sometimes it's super soft. If it's been boiled for a long time, it's usually penetrated with a lot of flavors. But I think since I'm here early in the morning, it's around 9 a.m., maybe it didn't have that time to go through the whole process. But it's still okay. I would imagine that the beef stew would be even more flavorful if I came later in the afternoon. Next, I will try the daikon radish. This is what it looks like. And this is added into the beef stew, a common component. Okay. Now this is boiled down. It's very tender, but it has that nice radishy flavor. That is very good. Goes well with the beef. Finally, we're going to try the noodles. Now this is the standard Cantonese wonton noodle. It's nice and thin. That's what wonton noodle is. Cantonese wonton noodle. These are perfect. Now, when you eat these noodles, the classic wonton noodle should have a crunch. Now this one definitely has a crunch. It's just cooked perfectly, a little al dente, and when you chew it, there should be a nice little crunching sound. I really like this. Now, the danger is that if you leave it soaking in the soup for a long time, it's going to get soggy, and you're not going to have that crunch. So, whenever you order wonton noodles of any kind, make sure that you eat the noodles first, and eat it quickly and not give the soup a chance to overwhelm the noodles. A classic Cantonese lunch is roast meats on a bed of white rice. Here you could order a single item on rice for about $8, for 2 items $9.50, and for 3 items $10.75. Finally, we're taking a look at the 3 types of roast meat over white rice. I chose the tasiu, which is the roast pork. I chose the roast pig, which is the crispy pork belly, and finally I chose the roast duck. And the roast duck is Chinese style, and you can see that they put a little bit of sauce on top of the rice. Now the next dish that we're going to try is the roast pork, roast pig, which is the crispy pig, and the roast duck plate of rice. At this place, they allow you to choose 2 meats or 3 meats, depending on your appetite. So I wanted to give you a good illustration as to what the meats are like. So we're going to first try the tasiu, or the cha shao, and this is what it looks like. Now, it looks standard. Let's see what it tastes like. Very good. Excellent tasiu. Now, this type of tasiu is really good because it uses, I can tell tasiu is highly marbled. It's from a highly marbled piece of Boston butt, which is what tasiu is made of. And it just melts in my mouth. It's excellent. And a great thing about this is that this is different from the one that a lot of people talk about, which is the wafang. Wafang is done differently. This one is actually roasted. I can tell it's roasted in an oven. The other one is just probably roasted in an oven, but it's also lying in a vat of sweet broth. Now this one is not. So this is actually the classic Cantonese tasiu, and this is the main reason why I'm sure that Noodletown has been around since 1981. This is absolutely delicious. The marbling of this tasiu, delicious. In addition to the 3 meats, they also provide some cabbage, and this is what the cabbage is. It's boiled cabbage, and it's mixed in with some of the sauce, the gravy, and they provide very little gravy, so it's not overwhelming. I like that. Cabbage is pretty ordinary. Tastes like cabbage, and it's nice and cooked, easy to chew, and goes well with the meats. The next part of the meal of this plate of rice is the roast pig. This is also called siu, and this is what it looks like. There's a crispy piece of skin on top, a layer of fat. I can tell that the piece that I got is not a rib part or doesn't look like a belly part either, but we'll see how it is. Very flavorful. Lots of seasoning. This roast pig has a ton of seasoning, and somehow it's penetrated both layers. There's 2 layers in the piece that I ate. Somehow it's penetrated both layers, and it's nice and salty, and goes perfectly with my rice. The next component of my 3-meat rice plate is the roast duck. This is what it looks like. So as you can see, there's a ton of roasted duck skin on top, and the breast meat is right below. So now let's give this a try. It's glistening. Look at that. It's glistening. It should be super moist. I'm expecting good things from this. Yes, good things. Now, the flavoring, once again, somehow penetrated the body cavity into the meat, and the meat is not overcooked. There's plenty of flavor in the meat, and it's tender, juicy, and once again, something that goes perfectly with rice. Now, I would like to mention that I love this type of rice, and because I'm old school, there's a lot of new school people out there these days who like a lot of gravy on their roast meats rice. I'm from the old school, which is the meats should speak for themselves. It should not be covered with any or minimal gravy, minimal soy sauce, minimal sweet soy sauce. And this is the place where you can get that. And over here, the meat really does speak for itself. And I appreciate that. And this is a big endorsement. I'm giving a big endorsement for these old school places. Okay, the meal is over. Now, what can I say about this meal? This place is a classic for a reason. The reason is because it has the best roast meats, best, basically the classic stuff that everyone who is familiar with Cantonese roast meats, they should come here. And what I can say about this place is that I hope that they exist for another 40 years, if possible. I should add that if I came here during the middle of the day or during basically any time after 10 o'clock to maybe 8 o'clock at night, there will be a giant stream of people coming in here. It wouldn't be as empty as it is right now because this is only 9:30 right now, but there will be a giant line of people ordering takeout. They would get the meats cut up in boxes, placed in boxes. They would get rice plates with the meats laid out on top of it, and they would order other dishes that are cooked in the kitchen. But this place is really a dual purpose place. It's a great place for takeout, great place to eat in, and I must say that that this place came to fame also because it was one of the last 24-hour restaurants in Chinatown. Right now, it's not open 24 hours. I think it closes maybe at 10 o'clock at night. But who knows, maybe one day they will reopen to a 24/7 format, which they did for many, many, many years. But in any case, I highly recommend this place. There aren't that many of these places anymore. They don't exist. Maybe the younger generation don't like to eat in this fashion, but just come, enjoy your roast meats, and I think you'll have fun here too. Because what's better than having good food with your friends and family? If you like this video, I would ask you nicely to subscribe to my channel. And I do a lot of videos, all types of cuisines. But first, I would like to show you most of the places that I think are really good. And then I think further on in the journey, we'll try many new places. Until the next video, thank you very much. You can always leave a comment and tell me, places that you've been that maybe I should try. And I'll see you very soon in my next video. Thank you. The final bill was $33.25 before tip.